Hey everybody, this is Mark. My friend Mary Beth asked how to make a frame like you see here, where it's a rectangle that each of the corners has a 45-degree cut in it so it can go together like this, like a picture frame. And there are a couple different ways you can do this in Lightburn. And I wanted to show you one way to do it. And the reason I want to show you it this way is because it'll also teach you a couple of other tools that can be really useful for other things as well. And by the way, the tools that I use here also exist in most other design programs. So even if they're called something different, when you see how I do it here, you're going to be able to probably do it somewhere else if you use a different program. So let's say for sake of argument that this is an 8-inch square, which this one happens to be. And let's say that it's 8 inches and that the frame is 1 inch. So what we're going to do first is grab a rectangle, and we'll just draw out a rectangle. And then we're going to type in the width and the height that we need. So we're going to say 8 inches, and we're going to say 1 inch in height. Okay, so now we've got this 8 inches and 1 inch in height, and we're going to use this for all 4 of our sides. And once we make one side, it's going to be exactly the same for all the other ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to next draw out a square that's kind of large, and I'll hold down Shift to make sure that it stays exactly a square, because that's important. And I'll use a square like that, and I'm going to copy that to my clipboard. It's Command-C on a Mac, but I want to be able to use it again in a minute. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate this 45 degrees. So we're going to go up here and just type in 45 degrees. And now it's at 45-degree angle. In fact, I'm going to actually copy this to my clipboard because I'd rather already have it rotated. Now, we're going to take this square and we're going to put it over the rectangle here. And I'm going to zoom in quite a bit here so I can make sure I get it right. Let me move down. We're going to zoom in and we're going to move this square until it just crosses that corner of this rectangle, just like that. You probably already know where we're going. Now we're going to simply select the two of those together and then go up to Tools and Boolean Subtract. And what that's going to do is it's going to subtract the square from the rectangle. And so now we have a 45-degree angle cut right there. All we got to do now is go to the other end. I'm going to paste my square in here, move it down here, and do the same thing and zoom in so I can make sure I get it right. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And select them both, go to Tools, Boolean Subtract, and now I've got a perfect 45-degree angle there. And now if I wanted to, I could just take this one here, copy and paste it. I could rotate it 90 degrees, and you would see that it's going to fit together perfectly on the corners just like that. So that's one way to do it. And now you know a little bit about how to use the Boolean tools and specifically the subtract. So you can subtract one shape from another. And that's how you do, that's one of the ways anyway that you can make corners like that for a frame.